People think they understand Scorpio, the intense one, the mysterious one, the one who never shows what they feel. But that's only the outside. Scorpio doesn't talk much about feelings because they live inside them. Every emotion is its own world, deeper and heavier than most people can handle. They don't just love a little, they give themselves completely. When they trust you, it isn't halfway, it's everything. Their time, their loyalty, their heart. That's why their silence feels so heavy when you hurt them. Scorpio doesn't shout to be heard. They go quiet to protect their peace. They will replay your words again and again, trying to hear the truth in your voice, wondering if it was real love or just something easy for you. And even when their heart breaks, they won't show you the pieces. They forgive quietly, but they never forget. Every lie, every distance, every cold reply, it stays with them, like writing on water that somehow never fades. You might think it's over, but in their heart, they're already learning how to live without you. Scorpio's strength isn't about control. It's about how much they can carry and still stand. They feel deeply, lose quietly, and build themselves back up without telling anyone how hard it was. So when a Scorpio walks away, don't call them cold, call them done. Because when they stop trying for you, it means they already said goodbye inside their heart, the depth within. Scorpio doesn't just feel things, they live in them. High. Every emotion, every heartbeat, every thought is louder inside them than it looks on the surface. Where others just move on, Scorpio goes deeper. They replay the moment, the words, the look in your eyes, until they understand what it really meant. That's what makes them different. They don't take things lightly. Not love, not anger, not pain. When something touches them, it stays. They can walk through a normal day, smile at people, talk like nothing's wrong. But inside there's a whole ocean moving quietly under calm water. Scorpio's silence isn't emptiness. It's full of emotion, memory, and fire they don't show. They don't open up fast because they know once they do, it's real. And when it's real, it can break them. So, they guard their feelings like something sacred, not show it. Unresolved and steady gaze lives someone who's seen too much, felt too much, and still chooses to love, even when it hurts. That's the depth within a Scorpio. And once you've been loved by them, no other love will ever feel the same again. The quiet storm. Scorpio doesn't make noise when they're hurt. They don't throw words like knives or beg to be understood. They shut the door inside their heart, sit with the pain and let it cool. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. Inside, it's a slow storm building, quiet, controlled, and very real. They don't rush to fix things. They watch, they wait. They give time a chance to show what's true. Was it a mistake or a pattern? Scorpio studies the gap between what you say and what you do. They listen to the silence between your messages, the pause before your answer, the way your eyes change when you speak. This is not drama. This is how they protect their peace. When the pain is fresh, they won't explode. They'll step back. A little less texting, a little more space. They'll stop telling you their every thought and start keeping the soft parts of themselves safe. Distance for Scorpio isn't punishment. It's breathing. It's putting the fire back in the fireplace so it doesn't burn the house down. Silence is their shelter. In the quiet, they sort the truth from the noise. They replay the night, the fight, the small comments that stung. They're not trying to win. They're trying to see clearly. If they decide the bond still has honesty, they return, slowly, realigned, ready to rebuild. If they find more cracks, they keep moving back, inch by inch, until the calm returns and the ache fades. Scorpio's patience is not weakness, it's strength with self-respect. They refuse to throw their heart at someone who treats it lightly. They will give you chances, but they won't chase you through lies. Each quiet day is a test. Will you step forward with care, or show them they were right to pull away? And if they finally go silent for good, that's the last wave. No speech, no scene, just steady footsteps leaving a room that no longer feels safe. You may not notice the exact moment it ended, You'll only feel the weather change. The warmth is gone. The air is still. The storm has passed, but it took Scorpio with it. Scorpio doesn't hand out trust. They build it, slowly, carefully, like a house brick by brick. They watch how you show up on quiet days, not just on good ones. They notice if your words match your actions, if you keep small promises, if you tell the truth when it would be easier to hide. When they finally let you in, it means they believe you'll protect what lives behind their calm face. That's why betrayal hits them like a drop into cold water. It's not just the lie, it's the crack in the ground they were standing on. A secret, a half-truth, a public insult. The feeling you chose someone's attention over their trust. Any of it can switch something inside them. They go still. They stop explaining. They start observing. And the room you used to share with them, the one built on soft talks and late-night honesty, goes quiet. Scorpio won't beg you to fix it. They don't chase after broken glass. They give space to see who you are without their reminders. Do you clean up your mess, or do you wait for them to forget? Do you bring truth with your chest, or do you bring excuses? For Scorpio, sorry is not the proof. Change is. If they choose to stay, understand this. They are not the same. The door that was open is now on a lock. Access is earned, not assumed. They'll listen, but they won't hand you their heart like before. There will be new rules, clear lines, fewer chances, slower steps. It's not punishment, it's how they stop the bleeding. Resisting, they forgive and love you from a safer distance. Sometimes they keep you in their life but take you out of their future. And sometimes they turn and never look back. Not with anger, just with a final kind of peace. They accept what you showed them and let the truth do the work. Here is the part most people miss. Even when Scorpio heals, the map is changed. They can rebuild, but not on the old ground. If trust breaks, the story doesn't reset, it rewrites. And once it does, you will never meet the same Scorpio again. Scorpio in love. Scorpio doesn't love in small pieces. They love with their whole chest or not at all. If they choose you, they show up every day, loyal, steady, and deeply tuned into your world. They remember the little things you say. They notice when your smile is forced. They protect what you share with them like it's gold. That is their love, quiet, strong, and full. Also checks if love is safe, not with games, but with small, honest tests. Will you keep their secrets? Will you match their effort on hard days, not just good ones? Will you stay soft when they go quiet and need space to breathe? These aren't traps. They're the ways Scorpio learns if your heart can hold theirs. Attachment for Scorpio feels like home and storm at once. When it's good, they're all in. Hands on your back, eyes that don't wander, plans that include you. They want depth, not noise. They want honesty, not pretty words. If you say you care, they look for proof in how you act when nobody's watching. When they get hurt, love doesn't turn into a fight. It turns into distance. The calls slow down. The late-night talks stop. The things they used to share go quiet. They aren't trying to punish you. They're trying to protect themselves. If you reach for them with truth, patience, and real change, they can come back. But if you give them more doubts, they keep stepping away. One foot, then the other. If they stay after a wound, understand, the door is not as open as before. You can get it open again, but you'll need steady care, not big speeches. Show up, tell the truth, keep your promises, bring warm hands, not hot tempers. Scorpio wants a partner, not a war. And if they leave clean. No drama, no begging. Just a heart that gave everything and now gives nothing. That's Scorpio in love. All or nothing. Fierce in devotion, final in peace. If you hold them right, you'll feel a kind of love most people never touch. If you break it, you'll learn how quiet goodbye can be. The power of silence.
Comes not from reaction,
silence is where Scorpio gets their strength back. When something hurts, they don't explode or make a scene. They go quiet. They step out of the noise and pull their heart close. From the outside, it looks distant. On the inside, it's healing. Silence is not a game for them. It's a room with the door shut, where they can breathe without defending themselves. In that quiet, they sort what happened. What was real? What was careless? What can be fixed? And what must be released? They replay the words, not to suffer, but to see the truth clearly. When they find it, a decision is made. Calm, steady, final. Sometimes that silence feels like punishment to the other person. And yes, it can be. Not to harm, but to set a boundary. Scorpio's absence says, this is the cost of crossing the line. They won't chase, won't argue, won't prove their pain. Their silence carries the message on its own. Slamming but silence is also medicine. It cools the fire. It puts their feelings back in their hands. Day by day, the tightness in their chest loosens. The mind gets clear. The heart remembers its worth. Then one of two things happens. They return, slower, wiser, with stronger lines. Or they keep walking, with peace where the ache used to live. Scorpio's quiet is not weakness. It is control without cruelty. It is love for themselves when someone else has forgotten how to love them. You can't push your way through it. You can only meet it with honesty, patience, and change. If they let you back in after silence, honor the space that healed them. If they don't, respect the choice that saved them. Their voice may be still, but their message is loud. My peace is not up for trade. Scorpio is the sign that breaks and builds again. Not once, many times. When life hits hard, they don't stay broken. They let the old self fall away, even if it hurts, and they grow into someone new. That is their gift, to turn pain into power. At first, it looks like silence. They pull back. They stop explaining. They go inside their own world and sit with the truth. The hurt is real. The loss is real. But so is their will. They don't pretend it didn't happen. They let it burn. They let it teach. And while people think they're gone, they're actually changing shape. Scorpio knows some things must die for better things to live. Old habits, old stories, old versions of love. They can be brave enough to let go of what is comfortable but untrue. That's why their comebacks feel so strong. They don't return with empty words. They return with a new spine. Rebirth for Scorpio is not about showing off. It's quiet. It's the small choices. Eating better, sleeping more, cutting off what drains them, speaking honest words to themselves. It's answering messages slower, saying no when they mean it, building work and friendships that don't ask them to shrink. Day by day, the weight lifts, the eyes clear, the heart feels safe again. And then you see it, their new calm. Not soft because they're weak, but soft because they're sure. They carry fire without letting it burn them. They love without losing themselves. They remember what happened, but it no longer owns them. This is Scorpio's magic. They don't need the old life back. They create a better one. They don't need the old love back. They learn a truer love for themselves. From ashes to light, from ending to start, Scorpio becomes the proof that pain can grow wings. The spiritual and mythical side. Scorpio carries three faces: the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. Each one is a stage of feeling, healing, and power. The scorpion is the first face. It lives close to the ground, sharp and alert. This is Scorpio when the pain is fresh. Boundaries are tight, trust is rare. They protect themselves with a quick sting if someone steps too close. It's not cruelty, it's survival. In this stage, the heart is learning who is safe and who is not. The lesson is simple. If you hurt me, I step back. The scorpion keeps the circle small and the truth close. The eagle is the next rise. Instead of living in the fight, Scorpio moves higher. From above, things look different. The eagle watches patterns, not just moments. It sees what is honest and what is habit. It chooses timing over reaction. In this stage, Scorpio says less and understands more. They don't need to sting. They choose distance, clarity, and self-control. The lesson here: I don't need to win the noise. I'll win my peace. The phoenix is the final form. After loss, after silence, after long nights, Scorpio steps out of the ashes new. This isn't about forgetting, it's about release. The phoenix keeps the story but drops the weight. Love returns, but with wiser eyes. Hope returns, but with stronger lines. In this stage, Scorpio can forgive without going back, can care without collapsing, can burn bright without burning out. The lesson: what broke me now builds me. These three symbols are not masks, they're milestones. A Scorpio may move through them many times in one life, sometimes in 1 year. Scorpion to eagle to phoenix, again and again. Each rise is calmer, each flight is higher, and each return proves the same truth. Nothing teaches transformation like a Scorpio heart. Inside a Scorpio, two forces are always pulling: the wish to love with an open heart and the need to stay in control so they don't get broken again. They want to trust. They also want to be safe. Some days the heart wins, some days the guard does. They feel love like a flame, warm, bright, and close. They want to hold it with both hands. But the mind remembers old nights, old lies, old rooms where they gave too much. So the mind says, slow down, watch first. This is the fight. Move closer or step back. Speak or stay silent. Revenge and forgiveness live in them too, side by side. When they're hurt, revenge whispers, make them feel what you felt. Forgiveness says, drop it, heal, don't carry this weight. Most of the time, Scorpio chooses quiet over war. They let life show the truth. But the pull is real. They can forgive, yet never forget. They can wish you well, yet keep you far. Control is not about power for them. It's about safety. If they keep a hand on the wheel, maybe the crash won't be so hard. But love asks for softness. Love asks them to loosen the grip. So they try. A softer voice, a slower answer, a little trust given one day at a time. If you meet them there with care, the heart steps forward. If you play games, the mind takes the keys back. At night, they replay it all. The message you didn't send, the small change in your tone, the promise you forgot. They ask, am I protecting my peace or am I pushing love away? There isn't always a clear answer. They just choose again tomorrow. This is Scorpio's inner war. Keep the fire safe without putting it out. Give love without losing themselves. When they find that balance, heart warm, mind clear, they are unstoppable, loyal, honest, and calm. And if they can't find it with you, they'll find it alone. Because peace, for them, is not optional. It's home, discharged. So when a Scorpio walks away, it's not sudden, it's silent. By the time they leave, they've already stayed too long, hoping, waiting, trying to believe that love could still feel safe. They don't walk away to prove a point. They walk away to protect what's left of their heart. You might remember the last words, but they'll remember the whole story. Every promise, every pause, every look that said more than it should have. Scorpio doesn't erase you out of anger. They let you fade out of honesty. They know when something has died, and they won't pretend it's still alive just to feel less alone. When they love, they give everything, their patience, their loyalty, their time. But when it's done, it's done. There's no dramatic exit, no loud goodbye, just distance. A steady, calm goodbye that hurts more than any fight ever could. Their absence will echo in ways words never can. You'll notice it in the quiet mornings, in the music they left behind, in the way no one else ever looks at you with that same depth again. Because when Scorpio loves you, they see you completely. And when they leave, that part of you goes with them. Don't call them heartless for walking away. Call them human for finally choosing peace. They won't wish you harm, but they won't return to the same fire that burned them either. So if a Scorpio still stands beside you, don't take it lightly. Earn that space. Protect it. Because once they decide to let go, you'll feel the weight of what you lost. Not through their words, but through their silence. Follow amazing numerology, because every sign has a truth, and Scorpio's truth deserves to be felt, not just heard.